As we have progressed over the years, Alabama has changed from a completely total agrarian society, that is farming, to that of a balanced economy, farming, which is, of course, still a major industry in Alabama, to one that's been balanced with much new industry. And therein, the state has changed in the sense that the population has grown, and therefore it requires a system of highways. And one of the responsibilities of the governor is to name the highway director and to let contracts to build roads. The roads are very expensive to build now in Alabama or any other state in the Union. But we are progressing to the point that we have a fine interstate system in Alabama, although it's not completed, but no state in the Union has completed their interstate system. So it will be some years before it's completed in any state or all states in the Union. We have the state docks in Mobile as a result of this change in economy, and the docks director is appointed by the governor because the state docks is owned by the people of Alabama, as the inland docks are owned by the people of Alabama. And we find a tremendous amount of shipping coming in and out of Alabama as a result of this change in the economy from that of purely farming to that of farming and also industrial jobs as well. We also have seen in the last number of years the building of junior colleges and trade schools, more opportunities for the young people of Alabama, regardless of the income of their family, regardless of their race, color, creed, or national origin. We are very proud of our medical schools at the University of Alabama, in Birmingham, the Mobile, the University of South Alabama Medical School, and the family physician programs in Huntsville and at Tuscaloosa. They, of course, play an expanded role in providing additional research and development in the field of disease and the treatment of injuries, and we also have one of the finest in that category, I suppose, of any state in the Union. The governor of Alabama is also chairman of the board of trustees of all the large institutions in Alabama, educational institutions, such as the University of Alabama, Auburn University, Jacksonville, Florence, Troy, Livingston, University of Montevallo. All of these fine institutions, the governor of Alabama, of course, is chairman of the board, along with the Blind Institute and Deaf Institute at Talladega. So the governor's office in Alabama and the governor of your state has a multiplicity of many, many duties and many, many responsibilities. He is, of course, helped in these responsibilities and duties by, as I said a moment ago, members of the cabinet, somebody placed in charge of each department who is usually an expert in that particular field of highway building, or the matter of labor, or the matter of banks, or the matter of insurance, also aided and helped by, of course, the presidents of colleges to help run the colleges that are state institutions in Alabama. We have a great number. One of our newest schools happens to be Athens, located in Athens, Alabama, of which we are very proud. We are very proud that times have changed in the last several decades as to where any young man or woman has an opportunity to acquire any sort of education they desire to acquire at a very moderate and modest cost to them. I can remember when I came along as a young boy, very few people were able to go off to a junior college because there were none, or to a trade school because there were only one, or to a college because it was too costly. But those days are gone forever. And the opportunities for every one of those who watch this telecast are more today than in the history of Alabama. It doesn't make any difference what you young people decide you want to do. Whether you want to be the finest welder, or a fine farmer, or a fine sheet metal worker, or a fine doctor, a fine lawyer, a fine veterinarian, or architect, you name it. You can become one of the finest through the educational processes of Alabama. And I would suggest to all of you that in this day and age of of competition that is so very important for every one of you to continue your education, either in the technical school field or the college field once you leave high school in your state.